Elias, given what we have seen so far and what you have experienced, and some of the people that you were able to interact with back in Ethiopia, would it be fair to say that under the new Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, we forget that he's also, by the way, a Lieutenant General in his own right. Would it be fair to say that we are probably looking at a game changer here?
It is a game changer. Actually, it is a game changer, not only for Ethiopian politics, but for Africa. I had several conversations with many of my African colleagues here and back in the continent. And what I am hearing is that Dr. Abiy's way that he came to office is empowering most of the young leaders in business, in government, and in politics. So this sense of entitlement when we in Africa, that when we take office, that not allowing other people to come, and I think the most destructive thing that's happening for the continent. And I think while we're talking about Dr. Abiy, another person that we shouldn't forget is that the former Prime Minister Haile Mariam Desalegn, as much as that his tenure was clouded with corruption and human rights abuse, political instability, but for him to in a way he did, is just for him to leave office really opened Ethiopia as J.J. Rowling's tenure ending, and when he left Ghana's presidency to the people who followed him. So I think we have to be grateful for what has happened at that moment, even though it's a public protest and political instability that brought to that fact. But he could have stayed and he could have continued to kill and imprison and to force us to really go down in a civil war situation. But he left office opening the opportunity for this. So I think Dr. Abiy's leadership is not only for Ethiopia that is changing the game, but also for the continent, especially the way he brought together countries in the Horn of Africa in a way that he's engaging the entire continent and pushing for a way of unity that we have never seen, in a way of bringing the continent as Emperor Haile Selassie did in many ways than one. So I think these are things that we have to be cognizant of, and I think definitely it's a game changer for the continent as a whole.